following video is not made for kids. Viewer discretion is advised. Happy Halloween to all of you, my subscribers. This video is dedicated to a good friend of mine, Beastman Review, who has been doing a series of videos called Monster Month in celebration of Halloween for the year 2022. Hello everyone, this is the TFN Geek, and as my friend and Jack-o'-lantern just informed you all, this is a video that is part of a celebration that a good friend of mine and fellow Transformers collector, Beastman Review, there should be a link in his channel among the list of Transformers YouTube channels that I leave down in my video description. He's been doing a series of videos in celebration for Halloween called Monster Month, and so I decided to dedicate some of the Transformers reviews I'm going to try and do before the month of October ends. I can't believe Halloween is just 4 days away from today. It's Thursday night where I live, where I currently when I'm recording this video. So, without further delay, let's get thank you, Beastman Review, for this inspiration for these Halloween-themed reviews. So, if you guys want to take part in Beastman Review's Monster Month videos, then by all means, please feel free to do so. So, to kickstart off the handful of Transformers reviews I'm going to dedicate to Halloween and Beastman Review's Monster Month video series, we're going to start off tonight with what I personally believe to be somewhat of a monstrous Transformers action figure, and it is the Transformers Legacy Walmart exclusive Beast Wars Deluxe Class Buzzsaw figure. A repaint of Kingdom Waspinator with a new robot mode head sculpt. Beast Wars Buzzsaw is one of 3 deluxe class figures in the Legacy line that was released exclusively at Walmart. Earlier this year, during the summer, I got Buzzsaw along with the other 2 Legacy Walmart exclusive Beast Wars Deluxe figures for my birthday back in July. The other 2 figures are Beast Wars Sandstorm and also Beast Wars Autobot Night Prowler, and they're all repaints of deluxe figures that were released in the Kingdom line. And oddly enough, even though these 3 Transformers figures were released exclusively at Walmart, these are currently the only deluxe class Transformers figures in the Legacy line that have a clear plastic window held over from all deluxe class Transformers figures that were released before the current line of Transformers Legacy. And a lot of Transformers fans and collectors, the general consensus is that they would prefer the Transformers figures to have plastic windows on the boxes versus the current open window packaging that the mass retail Transformers Legacy figures have. Either that or have the figures in closed up boxes that are completely closed off, which has been the case with Leader class and Commander class and Titan class Transformers figures. But anyways, enough about the packaging. So yeah, Buzzsaw is one of 3 Transformers figures that only has that plastic window. Here's his artwork. He transforms into a wasp. Since he's a repaint of Waspinator, but a handful of Transformers fans and collectors have pointed out that due to his mostly yellow with black stripe paint job, that you could argue Buzzsaw looks more like a yellow jacket than a wasp. For those of you wondering, the yellow jacket is a species of wasp that's commonly found in the United States, but it's more known by its known by that name than a wasp. So here on this side of the box, you've got some artwork of Buzzsaw. There's his robot mode head, and even though his robot mode ears, even though they look a bit like bat wings, they're actually designed to be insect wings, I found out, according to the Transformers Wikipedia. Here's the same image of his head, just zoomed out to reveal his whole robot mode. And yes, with the exception of the head and his mostly yellow paint job, Beast Wars Buzzsaw is the same exact body type as Waspinator. Here on this side of the box, you got the poster image for the Legacy line featuring the Decepticon Transformers characters. You got G1 Megatron, G1 Dragstrip, Iguanus on a Skywarp Kickback, and image of planet Cybertron. And up there on the top of the box, I believe that's one of the alien colony planets in the Transformers comic books. I don't know if it's Velocitron. It honestly looks like a mashup of both Mars and Venus, so it could be Quintessa, the Quintesson's homeworld, but I'm just spitballing, so don't quote me on that. You got the authentic Transformers logo, Transformers Legacy logo, same on the top of the box, the Transformers Legacy logo. Here on the back of the box, you've got Buzzsaw in his robot mode and in his beast mode. I'm going to just call it a yellow jacket because that's what it looks like to me. And again, with the exception of the robot mode head, this figure is a straight up repaint of the Transformers Kingdom Waspinator figure that was released last year in 2021. So if you have Waspinator, then you pretty much have a good idea of what Buzzsaw is like. So without further delay, let's get him out of his box and take a close look at him in his robot mode. Alright, and so here is Legacy Beast Wars Inferno out of his box and transformed into his robot mode. And again, as I said, he's a straight up repaint of Kingdom Waspinator. He's designed to look more like a yellow jacket than compared to Waspinator's paint job. So Beast Wars Buzzsaw, he looks like an actual wasp, unlike the other figures that he's mold mates with. And again, the only difference between him and Kingdom Waspinator is that he has a different head sculpt. And the head sculpt that Beast Wars Buzzsaw has is it's based on the more human head that the original Beast Wars Waspinator figure came with. So since I've been mentioning him so much, for a size comparison, here is Legacy Beast Wars Buzzsaw next to Kingdom Waspinator, the original version of this mold. So on the original Transformers Beast Wars action figures, they had a gimmick known as the mutant face change. The idea was that at the Transformers Beast Wars characters, if they stayed transformed into robot mode so long and their bodies would be exposed to the large amounts of raw energon located on prehistoric Earth, and they would start to their bodies would start to go crazy, and they'd have to transform into beast mode to save themselves. That was part of the story that was used in the Beast Wars cartoon show. However, Hasbro and Takara Tomy, when designing the Beast Wars action figures, took it a step further, and the idea was that if the Transformers characters, Beast Wars characters, stay transformed in their robot modes for too long, their heads would start to mutate and become more monstrous looking heads, and so they had a face swapping gimmick where you could either rotate the face around and reveal a more mutant face on the back side of the more humanoid or human looking face. Some of the figures had masks that did it. The mutant face gimmick was dropped entirely for the Beast Wars cartoon, so it's a gimmick from the original Beast Wars action figures that the modern day figures haven't carried over with. But Hasbro and Takara Tomy did decide to pay tribute to the fact that the original Beast Wars action figures had two different face sculpts carved on their robot mode heads by designing the faces here on figures using the mold more than once. So Waspinator, for his in the Beast Wars cartoon, he actually used his mutant face as his standard face, and so that's what Buzzsaw is designed to show, is that you'd rotate the head around, and this was the more humanoid face that Waspinator's original Beast Wars action figure possessed. So that's a nice nod to that with Beast Wars Buzzsaw's new head sculpt. And just for one more size comparison, just to have every version of the mold here, my reviewing table, which I sometimes bring out if I'm doing a size comparison of multiple figures, I apologize for not bringing it out here, but here also is a Kingdom Sky Wasp, who is sold in the Target exclusive Creatures Collide 4-pack. So it's mind-boggling how Waspinator is the only version of this mold that's been sold at mass retail. Yeah, but yeah, there's the Beast Wars Buzzsaw next to his mold mates, Kingdom Waspinator and fellow Legacy Buzzworthy Bumblebee mold mate of Sky Wasp, or Predacon Parasite was the original name of this guy. So there they are together. Either Parasite or Sky Wasp came with both head sculpts if you wanted to give him the more humanoid face like Beast Wars Buzzsaw had. I prefer the mutant face of Waspinator. But if you wanted to, you could swap faces with Buzzsaw and Sky Wasp if you desire. So apart from the robot mode face, everything else about Buzzsaw is the exact same amount of articulation, heads on a ball joint, so it can look upward a little bit, but downward is a different matter. Arms have the potential to rotate 360 degrees clockwise and counterclockwise at the shoulder, but they're hindered depending on where you have the wings positioned. And while I'm talking about the wings, right out of the box, this wing just wants to flop down like that, as you can see. This wing does have a little more tolerance, but yeah, this wing just wants to flop down. And it's not mold degradation, it's just this one copy of Beast Wars Buzzsaw that I have, because the ball joints for the wings on Sky Wasp, who was released after Buzzsaw was released. His wings, the ball joints are super tight on them, and he's able to hold his wings upward just like I have with Kingdom Waspinator here. So unfortunately, it's this one copy of Beast Wars Buzzsaw that has a loose ball joint here on this one wing. And part of the reason why is that even though the wings are black, my camera is not really picking up because of the reflection from my bedroom lamp on the ceiling, but the wings are actually done in crystal clear plastic. They're just painted black. Why they didn't just cast the wings in black plastic in the first place, I honestly don't know. I guess they figured making the wings out of clear plastic and then painting them black would make them look like an actual Yellow Jacket's wings, because the wings on Yellow Jackets and Wasps and Hornets and Bumblebees, they are made out of clear air material. I don't know what the material for insect wings is called, but yeah. Unfortunately, my copy of Beast Wars Buzzsaw has a broken wing. I can joke about that, so that is unfortunate. I might have to tighten it up somehow. Swivel joint in the waist. Legs can go outward around. Swivel joint at the line at the thigh. Hinge joints on the knees, but they're very tight right now out of the box. Feet can go up and down at the ankle, and then you have ankle rockers. You have wrist swivels, which are nice because the way the figure transforms, you don't have to rotate the hands for transformation, so that is nice. And then one last thing you can do is the wasp antenna, and you can have them facing different directions if you want. On Waspinator, I have them pointing upward, and on Buzzsaw, I have them pointing downward. Technically, the downward position is the robot mode position, and then the upward position that I had on Waspinator. Waspinator is where the antennae are in Wasp mode. But so yes, pretty much what's the selling point for Buzzsaw is his different head sculpt and his paint job. That's the selling point of this figure. So if you have Kingdom Waspinator, or if you have a Legacy Buzzworthy Bumblebee Sky Wasp, then Buzzsaw might be an easy pass for you guys. Again, I got him as a birthday present, as in back in the summer. So, he is a pretty fantastic looking figure for being a repaint of Kingdom Waspinator. So, without further delay, we will get him transformed into his beast mode and wrap up the review.